Hey guys, Slayer here. Welcome back to the Destiny 2 video. Today, we have the Season 22 Artifact Perks Overview. Righty. As a reminder, when we're recording this video, it is the 19th. Season 22 will launch 22nd, Tuesday, on Reset. Now, we're getting ramped up for the Destiny 2 showcase. We have tons we can't wait to share. Before all that kicks off, here's a sneak peek of your arsenal of perks for next season so you can prep your builds before diving into the action. This upcoming season is doing artifacts a little differently. We've got the team here to chat a bit about what the updated artifact mod playground will look like when Season 22 arrives on Tuesday. Season 22, the Armor team wants to push the boundaries of how seasonal artifact can enable you to customize your playstyle. Every season, unlocking more moment-to-moment gameplay decisions and new build possibilities. Inspired by success of Strand Tangles, team worked hard to develop new sandbox features dubbed Elemental Orbs. Okay? Set of artifact perks allow players to create these orbs when they defeat enemies with arc, solar, or void weapons. No stasis. Where's the stasis? Elemental orbs can then be picked up by any player and thrown to create an elementally aligned explosion that also jolts, scorches, or applies volatile depending on the element of the orb. Certain perks deeper in the artifact also have various to these orbs that Strand Tangles, including ones that awards you an ally steal, or borrow the ones you make. They think elemental orbs will add novelty to build crafting for the season. Can't wait to see what kinds of builds folks come up with while using them. So two things off the bat. Just from looking at it, not reading any of these, probably they won't even outline what the percentage of it will be. But it can either be very good, right? Or even mid-tier good, or it can just be broken and there's something bugged about it so they end up patching it later. Or it can just be super underpowered and useless. I'm gonna go with the latter. I think they might be super underpowered and useless. Now we have column 1 all the way down to 5. We'll start with 1, which will be your general mod. So anti-barrier auto rifles will be returning. We're gonna have piercing bows, so unwrap those bows, ladies and gentlemen. Unstoppable scout rifles. Got overload on the hand cannons, that's interesting. So you're gonna see malfeasance some more, even better now to deal with the pesky overloads. We're having unstoppable fusion rifles, that's interesting to me. So I'm assuming you're gonna, I forget the name of it, but it's that, I think it's the Riptide fusion rifle top slot stasis that can roll chill clip. You're probably gonna whip out that trusty bad boy to deal with the unstoppables, because that's fusion, and chill clip will deal with your overloads. So that might be good there. Now, column 2, Arc Strand Siphon combo. So that's just combining Arc and Strand into one. Got Solar Strand, same thing. And Void Strand as well. Origin perks are in slot 2 this time, they're usually in slot 3. That's just going to improve benefits provided by Head Rush, Nanotech, Unsated Hunger. And the Redacted will be whatever Season 22's Origin trait will be. And then we also have Diviner's Discount, so all Scavenger mods are discounted. This one's interesting here. I don't know when the last time we've seen something like this. Then we have Thanatotic Tangles. Strand Weapon Final Blows have a chance to generate a Tangle. Nice. Origin Perk Specialization 2. So all the weapons with these will always be overcharged when the modifier is active. Now the Elemental Orb's Void. So while using a Void subclass, any Void Weapon Final Blows have a chance to spawn a Void Elemental Orb. Void Orbs can be thrown to create a Void Explosion that makes enemies it damages volatile. So imagine this here, right? So a lot of these, right? You're going to see this in PvP a lot when you're playing Iron Banner and any 6v6 where the games will kind of go on a bit. You may get a dang orb to appear, right? And kind of screw up their day. Or maybe you're in competitive, you're in trials, and just at the off chance you kill someone, they drop that orb and that changes the pace of the battle. So that could be very good for PvP, keeping that fresh. Now, same thing with Arc. When you're using your Arc subclass, any Arc Weapon Final Blows will have the chance to do an Arc Elemental Orb. When you throw those, they will create an explosion that will jolt any target it damages, so an extra jolt. Now, for the Elemental Orb Solar, while using your Solar subclass, any Solar weapon final blows will have the chance for a Solar Elemental Orb, and these will create a Solar Explosion that scorches targets it damages. Now, they're not showing us any percentages, so when the Season 22 is live, we would have to see how much it actually scorches and how long it would take for an ignition. I don't know at the top of my head how much it takes for ignition, but I know when you're using a Humkara's Spine for the Trip Mines, it gives 40 stacks of Scorch to target. So I would say, maybe 50 or 60 stacks of Scorch to create an ignition? Something like that? You guys can let me know down below. We have Overload Machine Guns, oh lord. All your legendary freaking machine guns, time to dust them off. They're not really coming to my head right now, but the, whatchamacallit. Hold on, we're gonna have to find it. Gotta find it. It's that thing, it was from the last season. Hold on, we got everything right here. But any of them, right? Any of them. But there's one in particular. Okay, your commemoration, if you guys have that. I don't have it personally, so your secondary one would be, there it is, the Retrofit Escapade. Should have a Retrofit Escapade. It was very easy to get with the season. If not, you might be out of luck. Now we have Elemental Fury. While stunned, champions will take bonus damage from your abilities and Elemental Orb damage. This is huge here. Especially doing like solo Master Lost sectors. You gotta deal with those stupid overloads. Now when you stun them, you can throw your grenade at them and get a considerable amount of damage while they're stunned and make quick work of them. That's gonna help a lot. Got communal pickups, as they mentioned earlier. When an ally destroys or picks up Tangle or Elemental Orb, cooldowns reduced by 5 seconds, and you gain bonus damage with weapons matching your subclass for 10 seconds. Key there, matching your subclass for 10 seconds. Now, refreshing pickups. Picking up a Tangle or Elemental Orb will grant energy to your least powered ability. Oh, that's kind of nice. Not lie. Hey, this can be huge in PvP, in the comp and in trials. Because if you happen to create that Tangle, you're gonna get your abilities back pretty fast. So PvP is gonna be very interesting with these. And like I mentioned with these, if you happen to get one to proc on a kill. Now we have Semi-Auto Striker. If you have fewer than 2 stacks of armor charge, rapid precision shots with bows, snipers, and scout rifles generate an armor charge. Okay, now they're not giving the value of how much shots you would need to land, but once again, as regards to PvP, if you're going to use scout rifles, you might see scout rifles dominate a bit more in PvP due to this, depending on how good it actually is, how many kills it would require, right? Let's say someone's sitting in a well or something, for instance, you got a little cheeky angle on them, you can definitely build those stacks right there. Get some extra armor charge for your troubles. Now for column 5, we have Monochromatic Maestro. Dealing elemental ability damage increases matching weapon damage. Dealing elemental ability damage increases matching weapon damage. Elemental weapon damage increases matching ability damage. Oh, we're going to be cooking right here, guys. This is going to be cooking right here. Now, hold on. I'm thinking there's I don't know at the top of my noggin. The Warlock Exotic chest piece that will benefit from this. Can't think of it right now. It's an exotic Warlock chest piece that will benefit. Bonuses granted is 10% for 5 seconds. That will help that one out. Now we have Rapid Fire Ranger. Rapid precision hits made from long range weaken the target. Bungie. You're literally destroying PvP this season with these artifact mods. It's going to be so busted that it's not even going to be funny. Now remember, it's rapid precision hits made from long range weaken the target. Here it doesn't state that it's tied to you having to use Void. So now you're not even going to be on Void. You're going to be on whatever else you want to use and getting this weaken thing to your target because it's rapid precision hits. provided you're at long range, and it's not locked behind any specific weapon type either. But you're going to be using your scout rifles most likely to make this. So that is crazy. But I'm sure it's more geared toward PvE, of course. Now, Elemental Embrace. Subclass elemental buffs grant you bonus recovery and damage resistance against combatant attacks of the matching elemental type. That's interesting. So now you should be a bit more tanky during Grandmasters, provided you make this synergize well with your build. Now, elemental munitions, combatant final blows with tangles or elemental orbs have a chance to drop special or heavy ammo. This is like just like a makeshift of our Warlock exotic, right? When you would do the finishers. Was it finishers, or there's an artifact mod at your class item slot. When you do finishers, it'll take an armor charge and drop one of those special or heavy ammo bricks. You have your special or heavy ammo finders on your helmets. But there's a Warlock exotic, I believe it has to do with your trace rifles, and it'll drop like special or heavy ammo or something like that. One that looks like a frickin', just looks weird. That new exotic they released with Season of the Deep. But that's refreshing here to see there. Another way to have some more special and heavy. Now we have Frenzied Stacks. Your armor charges grant bonus damage to your thrown tangles or elemental orbs. Your armor charge now decays over time. Now this, sounds decent on paper, but we don't see any stats, any percentage for it. So we don't know yet what this percentage will be, if it will even be useful. Now, these don't sound good, man. They do not sound good on paper. When we looked at last season, Season of the Deep, depending on when you're watching this, those sounded good, especially with the arc stuff. When you were something similar to when you're low health and you cast your arc super will do more damage. That just sounds good off paper, not even knowing what the percentage is. This doesn't sound good on paper without knowing the percentage of it because of what you're actually doing with it, with the tangles or elemental orbs. But to kind of wrap things up, these were kind of my, original thoughts for the Season 22 Artifact preview. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down below. What artifact mod are you most excited for and why? And please, Bungie, can we get particle deconstruction back? Or something similar, or maybe something even more broken. I don't remember what season exactly it was, but it was some time ago and it was bloody good. We were seeing so much Telestos, doing LFGs for freaking Masters and GMs and all that good stuff back then. Oh, that was a good time. That's kind of the general things there. Let's see here. One final note. Overload machine guns and overload hand cannons do not currently overcharge those weapons when that modifier is active. This is an unintended bug. Anti-bearable and unstoppable. Fusion will overcharge their weapons, but this is not currently reflected in their in-game descriptions. These issues will be corrected in a later patch. Alright, they said a later patch. So what does that mean? When the season drops, these ones are still going to be bugged? That's what that sounds like. And then later, they may do like we'll have week 1, so maybe week 3 or week 4, we'll get another type of patch or something, depending on how severe any issues are. I think that's what the scope's looking like. But it's looking like these will still be bugged out on season launch. Not bad. If you guys want to see more kind of breakdowns of things, do spank that like button and subscribe, because Ty1slayer creates educational content all the time.